So one of the very first things that I give to new agents, a couple of you have maybe already seen this handout. If there's anything that I go over today that you guys would like a copy of, please just make note of it and send me an email after the class, and I'd be happy to send you all of these forms. They all are available. They should be in your SharePoint drives that I've sent you when you have started at HUFF along with your marketing package. But if by chance I did not do that and you do not have copies of these, just please let me know and I'd be happy to send them to you. So the first thing that we're looking at here is our marketing and IT one sheet. Basically what this is just a brief overview. Usually when I meet with a new agent for the very first time, they are either taking classes, they're in the process of taking their test, they're being onboarded. So this is kind of just at a glimpse, the things that we do at HUFF that's different from other brokerages, some of the specialty services we offer, along with the free tools that HUFF Realty Marketing and IT have to offer our agents. So the very first thing here on this page is our HUFF Realty Marketing Center. If you guys have not been in the Marketing Center yet, this is a tool that is within our HUFF intranet. So when you log in, I'll kind of walk you through this a little bit. When you log into your HUFF Realty intranet account, we have another tool called the HUFF Marketing Center that directly connects to your MLS information. So what you do when you log in, you usually see your dashboard like this. You go to single sign-on, and then we click HUFF Marketing. This is going to take us to another system. This program is actually called Imprev. You can see here up in the tab, but we just refer to it as our HUFF Marketing Center. So basically how this works is it connects directly to your MLS. So anytime you have a listing that goes live in the MLS, there's a significant change that happens to that listing, whether it's you added an open house, you have a price reduction, it has sold, it's just listed, pretty much anything that would regard new marketing, that information gets sent to the marketing center and you receive an automated marketing package to your email. This will be flyers, postcards, websites, pretty much everything that you see here right in the center. And then you're able to use those pieces that are branded to you, branded to your listing. You can print things in-house, you can use them on social media, but it's really just a quick and easy, very efficient tool that we have to use that allows you to take control of your marketing a little bit. One of the things that I will say within our HUFF Realty YouTube page, we have this playlist here that's called HUFF Realty Training Videos. I can send you guys the link here if you need this as well. But within here, we actually have all these classes over here that I've created. So you'll see we have Marketing Center Part 1 and Marketing Center Part 2. So you can actually take, I think they're 6 minutes, and then this one is actually only a couple minutes long. But you could sit down, watch these. I talk over them, basically saying, here's exactly how you use this tool. I have found that they've been really helpful. Some people are a lot more visual and they need to see the exact walkthrough of how to use these tools. So I think that this is a really great thing that we've put together. And if there are any classes that we don't have on here, or there's something that you're having trouble using, please let me know and I'd be happy to create another video and add it to the playlist here. But with that being said, that is our HUFF Marketing Center. Really quick and easy marketing tools for everyone to use that connects to your MLS. Something I didn't mention with that connecting to the MLS, any information that you put into the MLS about that listing, whether it's the body copy, photos you've uploaded, they will all pull to our marketing center. So when we're making flyers, postcards, it'll be that information in those photos you uploaded to the MLS. So it's professional, they look great, you can change the design if you want. And then obviously with the help of the marketing team, we can also create things for you, but sometimes you have an open house that pops up over the weekend and you need something quick. I think that this is a really great tool. Anything bolded here or in red is kind of just going to give you a few extra steps, a reminder on how to get somewhere. So like I had said, huff.com, you log into your agent access, resources, single sign-on, marketing center. All right, I will move on to the next little box here. I just kind of refer to our general campaign support within the HUFF marketing team. In the next slide here, I'll kind of jump ahead. There are 4 of us within the marketing department. Joe Carr is our marketing director. He's at the Fort Mitchell office, as well as myself. We kind kind of work on a skew of things. We obviously work for all of the HUFF Realty agents. We also focus on corporate projects, the events that HUFF Realty throws. Obviously not this year, but in the future, I'm sure you guys will be invited to a lot of stuff. So we kind of run the gamut of things, corporate side and agent side. We also have Amy Waddell, who is a graphic designer up in our Montgomery office. Clearly, she works with a lot of the Montgomery agents, but she's also open for anybody else to use. So if I'm out of town, Joe's out of town, our other Amy's out of town, you can always use any of us. We all have access to the same exact files. So if Joe was working on something for you one day, he's out of town or he's out of the office, I can pick back up where he left off. I have access to everything. We all can see each other's work, which is really helpful. And then Amy Steincole is one of our newest graphic designers. She will be out of the Florence office. And same deal, working with a lot of Florence agents, but will be available for anybody's use. So circling back to campaign support, everybody in the marketing department has pretty much kind of seen what there is to offer when it comes to real estate marketing. If you've got even a little bit of an idea, but you're not sure where to push it, the odds are one of us has done something similar, or at least have the scope to kind of give you a better idea of how to push that idea forward. So even if it's just an email like, hey, I've got this house in my neighborhood, what do I do? We can say, hey, I think a postcard would be really great, or a Facebook ad, or maybe something in the newspaper if you're doing something a little bit more rural. We're happy to sit down, talk on the phone, send you an email to give you a better idea on how to market a property, how to market yourself. A lot of new agents kind of get wrapped up in branding themselves, how to use this, how to use that. And we're happy to sit down and kind of give you an idea of where we think your time, energy, and money should go. So just let us know, send us an email, we'd be happy to talk to you. The next piece on here is AUTOFLOW. AUTOFLOW is something that relies heavily off your database. If you haven't started creating a database, I would suggest to do that ASAP. I can send you the Excel sheet that you will need to upload to our intranet in order to get your database uploaded correctly. If you'd like to work off that, basically what it is just first name, last name, address, birthdays, anything that you would need to fill in contact information. Once you have your database uploaded, once you have contacts uploaded to your contact system within the intranet, what AUTOFLOW does is assigns a action plan to that group of contacts, and then they will automatically get emails from you twice a month that get sent from Joe Carr and created from Joe. So he puts a lot of time and effort into these pieces. One is a science piece and one is an art piece. I can give you examples of those. Give me just a second to find one. I thought I had everything ready to go. Let's see. All right, so this is an example of an art piece. This was last June, I believe. Clearly this year has been a little bit different with how we've done these, but in the future, I'm sure things will get back to normal and we'll see more of these things. But this is an AUTOFLOW piece that would be sent out, branded to you, to your database. So we are huge proponents of keeping in touch with your clients, whether they are thinking about selling, never gonna move, or but basically what we believe is the more you are talking to your people in your circle, the more likely they will use your name in referrals. They will think about you the next time they do consider moving. So we really like to be able to create things that are useful and organic from the HUFF Realty marketing department. So this is an example. These are all clickable links. They're really user-friendly. They're formatted to be best viewed on a cellular device, which obviously is something that everybody has. And then they will be branded to you at the bottom. So your information will always be here. People can click on these, talk to you right if they want to. And then an example of a science piece is something specifically related to our tri-state area marketing. I'm sorry, just our housing market. So whether that's average sales price, average days on market, Sometimes these are a little bit more broad. This was our first quarter of 2019 results. And then sometimes Joe narrows them in, maybe just focuses on, how many houses are actually for sale right now. And he'll take quotes from Fannie Mae and other reliable real estate resources. So we like to be able to give your clients a mix of fun things to do during the summer, and also here are the cold hard facts. So we have a really, really good open rate on these. I think it's about 25% of our emails get open, and it might be more than that. I'm sorry, Joe, if you're listening. But for emails, that is phenomenal. So if you do not have your database started, you are not on AUTOFLOW, please reach out to me, Joe, or the Amy's, and we can definitely get you set up and ready to go on these. All right, we will move to the next portion. So here in the middle, just a little social media blurb. I am the only one in the marketing department that I guess specializes in getting agents set up on social media. At the end of the day, not to scare anybody, we don't want you so overwhelmed with this because obviously it's not everybody's strong suit. Not everybody wants to do it. But what we do at HUFF that we consider different for anybody else, any other brokerage in the area, we want your presence online to be professional, strong, and basically just easy to get a hold of. Whether or not you are someone who wants to post every day or not, just having these accounts brings your social media and your Google Analytics just through the roof. As long as the profiles exist, they look professional, they have your information updated, your photos look good, your cover photos are, updated and with the season, if you're using the ones that I send out seasonally. That's really all we want. You don't need to be going on Twitter and retweeting and tweeting your little hands off, but just having the profiles to start with is really, really helpful. Something I'll show you here, we do social media audits quite frequently for our agents. So what I'll do is I'll type in an agent out of our Florence office. And we always use Kristen as an example because she was one of the very first people that we started doing this with. So we really like where her pages have gone. But basically what we want to be able to do is Google your first and last name, and whether or not you put HUFF Realty, you put Realtor, we want this Google page to look like this. We want you to be all over it. So Kristen, she is pretty active on her Facebook business page. She doesn't really post on Twitter that much. She Instagrams maybe, once or twice a week, kind of depending on what she's got going on. But it's all supplemental. It's all things that are natural and come easy to her. Nothing is too forced, so you don't have to sit down and, force yourself to come up with something to post. A lot of the times it'll be a picture of her and her clients, or if you're somebody who likes to maybe get a little bit more personal on things, maybe a picture of her at her son's soccer game. She kind of always flips it and talks about real estate somehow, which is one of the best things that you can do for your online presence. But what we do in the marketing department here is put your name associated with HUFF Realty and the fact that you're a real estate agent in Florence, Kentucky. Here's my phone number. I can go to your website. I can call you. How do I get to you? That's what we want to see on all these pages. We don't want Christian from Sibsy Klein to come up when somebody types this in. And that's really all that this is. So if you guys don't have a business page, you don't have these other social media sites set up, I have a handout for you. Basically, everything's listed up here. I would recommend opening up any of these accounts with your HUFF email address. That way, if you're not somebody who's going to be logging into it every day organically, if you happen to get a message, a comment, something that you would want to reply to, you'll get an email sent to your HUFF email account, and then you can go back and look at that as you wish. The next thing on my handout here is agent icon. If you are not receiving the agent icon daily emails yet, please let me know. I try to stay on top of it with our new agent updates, but every once in a while I miss someone. Our emails look like this. Oops. Agent Icon is a program that HUFF Realty pays for at a company level, but it's free for all of our agents to use. You will get these daily emails, and basically what it is just pure social media content. So if you're somebody who wants to have all these social media accounts but isn't really sure where to start, what to post, how to do it, this is the perfect thing for you. Every single day they will send you an image of the day, and these are usually pretty real estate based, so you can save these however you wish. You can save them on your phone, save them on your computer, and then upload them to social media. I always suggest adding a cute little caption, maybe asking a question, asking people to do something. So whether that is, comment on this photo, like my business page, the more you ask people to engage with your content, the more people will. So that's kind of my number one social media tip. But other than the image of the day, you also will get 3 news articles. So if you're somebody who likes to share something a little bit different, there's always news to share, a feel-good news article, and then a tech tip. The tech tips are really awesome if you're not somebody who would want to share this to social media, but you kind of want to keep in the loop of what's going on. I would suggest popping this opening and reading it every day. Whether or not it is real estate related, this is actually where I've learned of a lot of the stuff going on when it comes to like compliancy with your business and social media. So I would just take a glimpse at that to see if anything's ever big news. Other than that, this is the front side of Agent Icon. So if you're not getting these daily emails, please let me know. But there's actually another end to Agent Icon, and this is something that we really enjoy using. So you can see here on my quick sheet, using Huff at myagenticon.com, this allows you to brand your own images by just sending in your image through an email. So what I did here, let's see if I can find the original email. All right. So today I sent an email to that email address, huff at myagenticon.com. I put a picture in here. And the idea behind this, before I get into this, if anyone's a little bit confused, what we like this part of Agent Icon, let's say you're going on a listing appointment and you are meeting with clients who are going to decide if they want to sell their house with you or not. As you're walking up to the front door, you could snap a picture of the front of their house, put it in an email like this, and within just a couple seconds, you're going to get an email back like this saying your images are ready. What this does is takes that picture that you sent in and it brands them with the HUFF logo, with everything you need. I'll show you. With just really cute social media pieces that you could then pull out on your phone and show your clients like, hey, I've already got your marketing package ready. I got this picture of your house. This could be posted tonight, which is, I think is just something that kind of sets you apart and shows that you're serious about working with clients. Now, whether or not this is something you would actually use, I don't know. I don't see a ton of these actually posted. I think when it comes to our marketing center and then our actual marketing team, we are able to create things for you that might be a little bit more eye-catching, that might fit your style a little bit more. Most agents do want their information on images like this. But I think just from the sense of sitting in a marketing meeting or sitting in a listing presentation with new clients, to be able to pull this up, they see their house, they see, new available, call for details, they see all this stuff, and I think it's very impressive. So whether or not you are somebody who likes this type of thing, maybe you just need to throw the HUFF logo on something. This is another really a free, really neat tool that I think agents get a lot of use out of in the right circumstance. But that wraps up Agent Icon. Let's go back to my sheet. All right, so that is Agent Icon. That's an email you use to send into it. Again, if you're not getting the daily emails, please let me know. All right, down here in the lower left-hand corner, agent training. This kind of just refers to all of the training that we have throughout all HUFF. So whether or not that is classes like this, that's our Quick Start programs, our HUFF Ninja, anything within HUFF University. We just really pride ourselves on all the training that we have to offer. Most of the time we say, if the training's not available and you need it, we'll make it. So we have people like myself, Greg in IT, Joe, any of the managers, our prosperity, mortgage people. Rhonda is actually doing a class right now, and thank you guys so much for being with me if you are wanting to do that as well. Rhonda on our legal team is doing a class right now. But if you need something, we can come up with it, especially in the times now. It's very easy for us to just pop on a video call like this and go over something with you. So whether or not that's in a class setting or one-on-one, just let us know if there's something that you're missing out on, or there is, a feature or a tool that you don't know how to use. Whether it's myself or your manager, we're always happy to sit down and take a couple minutes to do that. But you just have to ask. So make sure that if you think of something in the moment, write it down, send us an email, and we're happy to help out. One thing that I will show you guys real quick regarding training, when you guys are in your admin or your dashboard here, when you log into your HUFF intranet, under calendar, you can actually go to company calendar here, and we update all of the training we have to offer throughout the months. Usually we do about a month or two ahead. So this way you can kind of go ahead and see what is available, what you can make it to, what you might need to RSVP to. When you click on these individual classes, it'll show you, oh, that's not my right email, but it'll show you that I'm doing a class today. You need to RSVP to me. It's going to be via Zoom, and the same with some of these other pieces. So Kim Mullins does a class for her relocation department. You can see all of our quick start classes are coming up next month, who you need to RSVP to, what time it's at, where it is. And this is a really handy thing to make sure that you stay up to date with the training we have to offer. All right, next up, from your friends. This is another marketing piece that we think is super helpful for new agents. Whether or not you're somebody who would want to keep these on hand or put them in the mail, you would need a database to do that. But basically what From Your Friends is, I believe I have it pulled up. From Your Friends is a postcard service that we use. It's a third-party vendor that you would buy a subscription to, and you would just purchase the postcards that you'd want to use every month to either keep on hand and pass out to your friends and family, or put them straight in the mail and have them mailed to your contacts' addresses. So what the postcards are coupons. They're all going to be local places. So you can see December, the hothead ones just went out yesterday. January coming up is for Pies and Pints, and they usually do a pretty good job of making sure that it's something available within the tri-state area. So what you can do is decide if you want 20 of these. You can order 20 of them. I think on the page here, they are 65 cents a piece unmailed. So those will be delivered to HUFF Corporate here, and then I actually put them in the courier. So after they're delivered the next day, you should get them in your mailbox at your office. And then you can use them to pass out to friends and family. The back side of it here in the lower left-hand corner is customizable. So that way you would put your picture, your information, a little message. People usually change it with the season. So we had lots of happy holidays, Merry Christmases, all of that good stuff this year. And then people can kind of change their messaging depending on what you want to promote. So that's great if you've got, kids playing soccer and you want to walk up and down the line with all the parents sitting in the chair on the sidelines and give them a coupon to go to Pies and Pints. I think that this is also a really awesome marketing tool, especially when you're first getting started. Just letting people know that you're a real estate agent is probably one of the hardest things to do. So when you're giving people free stuff, it makes it a little bit easier. You do have to sign up by the 15th of each month to receive the next month's order. So on this form here, you'll see you go to fromyourfriends.com to sign up. It'll walk you through a process where you select that you're with HUFF Realty. You make an account, put in your credit card information, decide how much you want, and then they'll be delivered to me and I'll make sure they get to your office quickly. But yeah, so From Your Friends, very great. All right, the very last little section here, our on-call IT department. Now, IT does a lot of other things besides obviously some of the stuff that I mentioned. Greg will handle all of your MLS and SkySlope needs. Anything that you would need to be licensed in, Greg will be the person to go to. I don't have access to your MLS or SkySlope, so Greg or Dustin will be your person. Whether or not it is your email, your phone, your internet at home, they're happy to take your calls and making sure that your business is on track and where it needs to be. So you can shoot them an email, give the IT line a call, and they're usually pretty quick unless they're out of the office. A lot of the times they'll be out and about at other offices, kind of when we're back in a normal swing of things, helping agents on hand, helping them set up their new laptops, showing them how stuff works on, iPads or whatever they want to use. So just make sure you, again, send them an email, leave them a voicemail, and they'll definitely get back to you. But that about covers it from my beginning marketing